Friedrich Nietzsche, a profound German philosopher, challenged traditional views of religion in the late 19th century. He famously declared that God is dead, which symbolized his belief that the influence of organized religion was waning in modern society. Nietzsche thought that people were moving away from faith in a divine being and instead turning toward new beliefs that revolved around human experiences and values. In his view, traditional religions provided answers and moral frameworks for people's lives. They created communities bound by shared faith, offering comfort and guidance. However, Nietzsche observed that people were increasingly questioning these age-old beliefs. He believed that as society developed scientifically and philosophically, individuals began to look for meaning outside the confines of established religion. As this shift occurred, Nietzsche warned against the void left by diminishing religious faith. Without a higher power to dictate morals, he saw a surge in the search for validation through social approval. In this new landscape, people began to find purpose in the acceptance and recognition of their peers rather than in following divine commandments or sacred texts. Nietzsche argued that this new way of seeking meaning would lead to a kind of new religion, where social bonds replace spiritual connections. In essence, he felt that individuals became desperate for acceptance among their communities, akin to how followers once sought approval from God and their religious institutions. This transformation marked a significant change in how people understood purpose, identity, and morality, setting the stage for a world where social approval reigns supreme over traditional beliefs. In today's world, social approval has become a vital part of how individuals navigate their lives. At its core, social approval refers to the acceptance and validation one receives from others, whether in personal relationships, workplaces, or online communities. This desire for approval can drive behaviors and shape identities as people seek to fit in and be liked. The importance of social approval in modern society is amplified by the rise of social media. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter provide instant feedback through likes, comments, and shares. These digital interactions create a constant cycle where individuals gauge their worth based on how others respond to their posts or opinions. This phenomenon can lead to a heightened sense of self-awareness, as well as anxiety about how one is perceived by peers. Nietzsche recognized that this pursuit of social approval could serve as a new form of religion. Just as traditional faith offered guidance and community, social networks now fulfill similar roles. People often find themselves aligning their values and choices with what is deemed acceptable or popular within their social circles. In this way, the need for validation can override personal beliefs or desires. Moreover, the strong influence of social media can lead to both positive and negative consequences. On one hand, it fosters connection and community among like-minded individuals. On the other hand, it can create pressure to conform, stifling individuality and authentic expression. As social approval becomes more central to personal identity, Nietzsche's insights remind us to reflect on what truly gives our lives meaning beyond mere acceptance from others. As society shifts away from traditional religious frameworks, social approval has emerged as a powerful substitute, fulfilling many of the same roles that religion once held. One primary function of religion is community bonding. In the past, people gathered in places of worship to connect with others who shared their beliefs. Today, individuals form bonds through social networks and communities centered around shared interests, values, or experiences. This sense of belonging can be just as strong as that found in religious congregations. Additionally, social approval provides moral guidance, similar to how religious teachings offer ethical frameworks. People often look to their peers for cues on what is deemed acceptable behavior and what aligns with current societal norms. This peer influence can guide decision-making and shape an individual's moral compass, paralleling the way religious texts once dictated right from wrong. Personal identity is yet another area where social approval mirrors traditional religion. Just as individuals found their identities intertwined with their faith and community in religious contexts, modern individuals often define themselves through the acceptance they receive online and offline. The desire for likes, shares, and positive feedback can become a core part of one's identity, leading individuals to present themselves in ways that align with the expectations of their social circles. However, this shift also brings challenges. While social approval fosters connection and community spirit, it can also lead to conflicts between personal beliefs and societal expectations. Thus, understanding how social approval serves these vital functions highlights its significant role in shaping modern life and identity in a world where traditional religions are no longer the central guiding force. The quest for social approval profoundly impacts individuality, often leading people to prioritize conformity over authenticity. In a world where acceptance from peers is highly valued, individuals may feel pressure to suppress their true thoughts, feelings, and preferences in favor of what is deemed acceptable or popular. This desire to fit in can result in behaviors that align more closely with group expectations rather than personal truths. Social media plays a significant role in this dynamic. The constant exposure to curated lives and ideals can create unrealistic standards that people strive to meet. As individuals compare themselves to others online, they may alter their behaviors or opinions to receive likes and positive feedback. This can encourage a culture of imitation, where originality takes a backseat to what is trendy or widely accepted. Moreover, the pressure to conform can stifle creativity and unique perspectives. Rather than embracing differences that could enrich conversations and experiences, individuals might hold back their authentic selves to avoid judgment or exclusion. This shift toward uniformity can create an environment where innovation and diversity of thought are diminished. While seeking social approval can foster a sense of belonging, it also carries the risk of alienating one's true self. Over time, individuals may struggle with feelings of emptiness, wondering if their relationships and identities are genuine or merely reflections of societal expectations. Thus, the impact of social approval on individuality highlights a critical tension: the balance between fitting in and staying true to oneself in an increasingly interconnected yet conformist world. The quest for social approval brings with it a heavy burden of fear and anxiety. Many individuals dread the possibility of rejection, which can trigger a deep-seated need to be accepted by others. This fear often pushes people to mold themselves into what they believe will be more appealing or acceptable, creating an inner conflict between their true selves and the personas they present to the world. Anxiety can manifest in various ways as individuals navigate social situations. For instance, someone may feel nervous about attending a gathering where they worry about how they will be perceived. They might obsess over their appearance or worry about what to say, fearing that any misstep could lead to disapproval or exclusion. This constant state of anxiety can become exhausting, making social interactions feel overwhelming rather than enjoyable. Social media amplifies these feelings, as platforms constantly remind users of their social standings through likes, comments, and followers. The pressure to maintain a polished online image fuels the fear of not measuring up to the curated lives of others. When validation comes from external sources rather than internal satisfaction, individuals may find themselves in a cycle of seeking approval that only intensifies their anxiety. This reliance on external validation can ultimately lead to a diminished sense of self-worth. As people become more focused on fitting in and gaining acceptance, they might lose sight of their genuine interests and passions. Over time, this dynamic can erode mental well-being and contribute to feelings of inadequacy, making it crucial for individuals to recognize the impact of fear and anxiety in their pursuit of social approval and seek healthier ways to define their self-worth. In contemporary society, numerous examples illustrate how individuals prioritize social approval over their personal beliefs and desires. One notable case is seen among teenagers and young adults on social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Many users curate their profiles to present an idealized version of themselves, often adopting trends or behaviors not genuinely reflective of who they are. For instance, a student might feel compelled to dress in certain fashion trends or participate in viral challenges just to gain likes and followers, even if those choices conflict with their true interests or values. Another example can be found in workplaces, where employees might suppress their opinions during meetings for fear of being judged by colleagues. In highly competitive environments, people may go along with group consensus rather than voicing dissenting views, leading to a lack of innovation. This dynamic shows how the need for approval can stifle creativity and discourage individuals from sharing valuable insights that could benefit the organization. Additionally, consider the realm of activism. Individuals may choose to support social movements or causes primarily because they align with popular opinion rather than personal conviction. They might participate in protests or share posts online that resonate with friends, despite having mixed feelings about the issues at hand. This behavior shows a desire for social validation rather than a deep-rooted commitment to the cause. These examples highlight a pressing reality. As people navigate daily life, the quest for social approval often overrides authentic expression and personal beliefs, creating an environment where acceptance from others takes precedence over genuine self-identity. This ongoing struggle illustrates Nietzsche's warning about the emerging religion of social approval in our modern age. The dynamics of social approval have faced significant criticism, particularly regarding their potential to stifle creativity and unique viewpoints. When individuals prioritize acceptance from others, they often feel pressured to conform to prevailing norms instead of expressing their authentic ideas or talents. This can lead to a homogenized culture where innovative thinking and diverse perspectives are sidelined. For example, in artistic communities, many creators may hesitate to explore unconventional styles or themes that deviate from popular trends. Rather than taking creative risks, they might stick to formulas that have previously garnered approval from audiences or critics. This fear of rejection can result in a lack of originality, as artists prioritize what they believe will be commercially successful over what genuinely inspires them. In academic and professional settings, the pressure for social approval can similarly hinder progress. Students may shy away from challenging discussions or unique research ideas out of concern for how their peers or professors will react. In workplaces, employees might refrain from suggesting innovative projects or improvements, fearing that such proposals could be met with skepticism or disapproval. This suppresses not only personal expression but also institutional growth, as valuable insights and novel solutions remain unshared. Moreover, social media amplifies this issue further by creating echo chambers where only popular opinions are amplified. When individuals witness likes and shares overwhelmingly favoring certain viewpoints, they may feel discouraged from voicing contrary thoughts. This can lead to a culture of avoidance, where authentic dialogue is replaced by superficial agreement, ultimately weakening the richness of community discourse. These criticisms highlight the importance of fostering environments where individuality is celebrated and diverse viewpoints are encouraged. Recognizing the limitations imposed by the quest for social approval is crucial for nurturing creativity and ensuring a vibrant exchange of ideas in an increasingly interconnected world. In response to the pressures of social approval, Nietzsche advocated for the concept of self-overcoming, urging individuals to transcend societal expectations to achieve true fulfillment. He believed that authentic living requires a conscious effort to break free from the constraints imposed by external validation. This notion of self-overcoming encourages people to challenge their limits, question prevailing norms, and redefine their identities based on intrinsic values rather than conformity. Nietzsche's philosophy emphasizes the importance of embracing one's individuality and seeking personal growth. He argued that true greatness lies in the courage to confront fears and resist the pull of social acceptance. Rather than merely adapting to societal standards, individuals should strive for self-discovery and become creators of their own values. This transformative process often involves grappling with discomfort, as letting go of the desire for approval can lead to initial feelings of isolation or uncertainty. For example, an artist who chooses to pursue an unconventional style, despite knowing it may not be well received, embodies this principle of self-overcoming. By prioritizing personal passion over popularity, they contribute unique perspectives that enrich cultural discourse. Similarly, someone in a corporate environment might implement innovative ideas that challenge the status quo, despite facing resistance from colleagues. Their willingness to embrace authenticity can inspire others to do the same. Ultimately, Nietzsche's call for self-overcoming serves as a powerful reminder that fulfillment comes from within. By prioritizing authenticity over approval, individuals can cultivate deeper connections with themselves and others. This journey towards self-discovery and personal empowerment not only fosters creativity but also allows for a more vibrant and diverse societal landscape, enhancing the human experience as a whole. As we conclude this exploration of Nietzsche's insights on social approval, it becomes clear that a fundamental shift in our values is necessary for a more authentic existence. In a world increasingly dominated by the quest for acceptance, we must recognize the limitations that external validation imposes on our personal growth and creativity. It is essential to understand that true fulfillment arises not from conforming to societal expectations, but from embracing our individuality and forging our own paths. This reimagining of values involves cultivating an environment where diverse perspectives are celebrated and authenticity is prioritized over popularity. By fostering spaces, be it in our friendships, workplaces, or communities, where people feel safe to express their true selves, we can encourage more meaningful interactions and connections. This shift can help diminish the fear of rejection that often paralyzes individuals, allowing them to share unique ideas and contribute fully to discussions. Moreover, as we redefine our metrics for success and happiness, we must also focus on nurturing self-acceptance. This entails recognizing our worth independent of others' opinions and valuing our intrinsic qualities. By letting go of the constant need for social approval, we open ourselves up to greater creative expression and personal fulfillment. Ultimately, Nietzsche's call for self-overcoming serves as a guiding principle in this journey. It challenges us to rise above the superficial measures of approval and instead seek deeper connections with ourselves and others. By embracing this philosophy, we can create a richer, more vibrant society that honors individuality while fostering collective growth, a true testament to the beauty of human experience.